This year's strange and wonderful new products in the field of home technology, from ginormous TVs and foldable laptops, to voice-activated bathtubs and board games played on a digital table. This year's Consumer Electronics Show once again served a glimpse into the wild, wonderful, and often weird future of home technology. The 55th annual CES resumed in Las Vegas earlier this month, and although it did so with a significant drop in-person attendance, more than 2,200 companies were open for foot traffic at the Las Vegas Convention Center and surround facilities as expected. Many exhibitors also included live streaming conferences and virtual walkthroughs of tomorrow's tech for those who covered the show remotely. This year's showings, despite the global threat of Omicron, did not disappoint those of us who consider the CES show nerdvana. Hey-race a peek at some of the more outstanding tech items. Prices and the exact timing have yet to be disclosed for most of these items. Board games go digital. Monopoly is a blast, but not so much if you lose your favorite pewter piece, or if a family member steals money from the bank when you turn to refill your glass of wine. To remedy that, Infinity Game Table from Arcade 1UP, yes, the same company that has enjoyed success with its stand-up arcade game replicas, is starting to ship this sit-down gaming experience that houses more than 60 digital versions of iconic board games, such as Monopoly, Scrabble, Connecta 4, Battleship, Candyland, Sorry, Trouble, Operation, Hungry Hippos, Chutes and Ladders, and Trivial Pursuit, to name a few. Use your fingertip on the 24 or 32-inch water and impact-resistant high-resolution display. Plus, haptic feedback means you'll feel a slight vibration when rolling the dice or sinking a battleship. Up to 6 people can play around the table, but since it's Wi-enabled, you can play against others around the world, too, or purchase new games that can be wireless downloaded from an online store. Infinity Game Table's legs are removable if you want to play on your kitchen table or living room's coffee table. Wild laptops aplenty. Whether it's for work or play, or some of each, innovative new laptops raised eyebrows at CES, and versatility was the focus. For example, the Asus Zenbook 17 Fold OLED is a 17.3-inch panel that is like an enormous tablet. You can use with your fingertips or via the bundled Bluetooth keyboard, but it's a flexible panel that can be folded in half or bent slightly to hold like a book. Powered by a 12th Gen Intel Core processor, the Asus Zenbook 17 Fold OLED also features a 5-megapixel webcam and a stereo quad-speaker sound system. Certified by Harman Kardon and supporting Dolby Atmos. Also out in 2022 is the unique Lenovo Thinkbook Plus Gen 3, which houses an industry-first 17.3-inch ultra-wide, 21:10 aspect ratio primary screen along with an 8-inch secondary display just to the right of the keyboard. Multitaskers, for instance, can be on a Zoom call on the main screen but use the smaller display for notes or as a calculator. The smaller screen can also mirror your smartphone screen. Like many of the Lenovo ThinkPad laptops, Thinkbook Plus Gen May 3rd also include a feature called Privacy Alert, which alerts you with a shield icon on the screen if the webcam detects someone peeking over your shoulder in public places. World's largest OLED TV. What's the biggest trend in television? We saw a handful of enormous TVs debut at CES, including the 98-inch TCL Class XL collection and 110-inch Samsung Micro LED. But a lot of the excitement surrounded LG's 97-inch OLED TV, as the company's predecessors have continuously won awards for excellence. OLED screens are incredibly thin and light because each pixel is its own light source, therefore no backlighting is required. Along with unprecedented contrast ratios and sharp color, LG says this year's model is its brightest OLED TV yet, an increase of about 20% compared to its C2 OLED model. These LG models are smart, too, with the latest WebOS 22 personal profiles and Magic Tap, as well as room-to-room share, which can mirror content from one TV to another in the home. A remote without a battery. Speaking of TVs, Samsung took the wraps off its next-generation Eco Remote. As the name suggests, it's more eco-friendly since it doesn't need batteries. Multiply that by tens of millions of Samsung TVs around the world and you can appreciate the significance. Last year's model was solar-powered. Therefore it charged itself up by being near a window or even using ambient light in a family room. But Samsung has now added RF harvesting capabilities, which wirelessly collects radio waves emitting from your Wi-Fi router and converts that into energy to power the remote. A USB-C port will also let you charge it up by plugging it into a laptop or wall socket for a few minutes. Smart baths are a thing. Kohler debuted its Perfect Fill technology at CES 2022, which lets you fill up the bathtub by using your voice via a compatible Google or Alexa smart speaker. Multitasking parents, for example, could fill the tub for the kids while still cleaning up after dinner in the kitchen. You can specify the desired volume and temperature. Along with voice support, the Kohler Connect app can be used to control bath time, with the option to program up to 10 different bath settings. Also incorporating perfect fill technology, Kohler's even more impressive stillness bath should also be available in 2022, says the company of its smart feature, which combines water, light, fog and aroma to create an at-home spa-like experience. Hands-free kitchens, too. Speaking of water, Moan made a splash at last year's CES with hands-free kitchen faucets, and has now taken it to the next level with its 2022 version. The aptly named Moan Smart Faucet with motion control lets you use hand gestures to start and stop water flow, and now also allows you to control the temperature. Swipe left for hot, right for cold, or down for warm. While this model should debut this spring, Moan also showed off some futuristic-looking options without handles at all, coming later in 2022. Mark Saltzman is based in Toronto and covers consumer technology trends. He is a freelance contributor for The Star. Follow him on Twitter at Mark Saltzman. Read more about CES Share, Report an Error, Journalistic Standards about The Star.